And just like that, it's high school football season once again, and that means it's time to hand out a game ball every week to the top performer in South Dakota high school football. Last week, Class 11B, 9AA, 9A, and 9B got their season started. And even though just 4 of the 7 classes played, there are still a tremendous amount of deserving candidates. Here's a look at this week's candidates for our top performers.
Waylon Boley of Corsica Stickney picked up right where he left off last year, had an outstanding freshman season last season, and now as a sophomore, gets his first game with 6 rushes, 237 yards, and 4 touchdowns in their big win. Simon Kiefer of Rapid City Christian went 20 of 30, getting a school record for yards in a game, 334 through the air and 4 touchdowns, and if that wasn't enough, ran 8 times for 70 yards and 2 more touchdowns in their dominating shutout over Lee Deadwood. Trey Mayland of Dual, 14 of 27 through the air, over 200 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, and almost got to the century mark rushing as well with 75 yards and a touchdown. They got a big win over Clark Willow Lake, 26-8. He threw to Gabe Sather all day. Sather had 6 catches for 128 yards and caught all 3 of those touchdowns. Riley Veal led the Ranchers in their big win over New Wonderwood, 58-6. He carried it 10 times for 252 yards. Also played a great game on defense, 2 fumble recoveries and 2 defensive touchdowns. How about Macklin Weber of Bridgewater Emory Ethan? Went over the 200-yard mark rushing with 4 touchdowns as they take a commanding 1-0 start. There were a few of those performances that definitely had game ball numbers, but we can only give 1 ball out a week, and this week it goes to Burke Blasius, the senior quarterback out of Wall. They dominated Bennett County with a 56-6 win, and Blasius got started quickly in the first quarter. He went 13 of 15 through the air for 252 yards and 4 touchdowns, and added 3 more on the ground. Yes, he threw for over 250, ran for over 130, and accounted for 7 touchdowns in Wall's dominating start to the season. Keep on ballin', Burke.